Good morning, I'm Amy and I'm coming to you from unceded Dja Dja Wurrung country here in central Victoria, Australia, and it is a gorgeous morning. I have slipped away into my studio to record this and to show you my progress on my challenge I've set myself to finish all my knitting WIPs. First, what I'm wearing, I am wearing Caitlin Hunter's, I don't know if you can see, that's better, Caitlin Hunter's Jupiter crop, and this one was designed with her rooster. Her rooster was the inspiration for this design. So it was an absolute joy to knit, and I love wearing it too, and I really would love to make another one, but I have to finish what I've begun first, so I shall do that. So I started with 21 projects, and now last week I frogged 3 projects and I completed 4 this week, almost 5, 4.5 really, and so now I'm at 14 projects to complete. So the first ones I finished were these 2. They are so cute. I love making these. I've made lots of these. Rabbit and Bear. It's called Rabbit and Bear on Ravelry, and it's a free pattern. If you have trouble accessing Ravelry, please let me know in the comments or email me. I've left my email in the information below, and everything that I talk about today will be in the information in the down bar below. So if you're having trouble accessing Ravelry, I'd be happy to send you the PDF of this pattern because it is free, so anyone can download it. Look at these 2. So this one here, this bear, I used so I've used 100% alpaca fleece for both of these from Bendigo Woolen Mills, except for these little patches on this bear, the creamy colours. They are from, they're from an alpaca farm, so they were leftovers from a singlet. I think when my kids were really little, I made them alpaca, Suri alpaca singlets to wear straight on their skin. So soft, so beautiful, and this was a bit of a leftover of one of those, so using up my scraps in these bears and rabbits is a delight, and it adds just a little, there's even a tiny incy bit on this ear. So this bear is very special, and I think my kids have now got a few of these each, and I am going to keep this one for myself. So he's all done. Let's set him up here. And then this rabbit's just that 100% alpaca. And I stuffed them with, you would have seen before this video now, I was carding our alpaca fleece. So we have 3 alpacas on our farm here, and they guard the lambs and the sheep that we have. So we have anywhere between 50 and 80 sheep at a time. So the 3 alpacas run with the lambs and protect them from the foxes, and they're fantastic at doing that. So and we get the added bonus of their fleece, which is it's not fantastic for spinning because they're older alpacas now. One of them did win prizes once upon a time, but he's older. It's as they get older, their fleece sort of gets shorter, and it's not good for spinning. So I wash the fleece in summer so it dries quickly, and then I bag it up, and I do bulk carding with my little carding wheel. I do bulk carding whenever I'm in short supply, so, and then I stuff these guys with it, and it's just so lovely to use the alpaca fleece. I don't know if I've ever really used polyester filling, but I just hate the idea of using anything but a natural fleece. I've even used some wool that I just it wasn't great for spinning. So yeah, there are those two. So 2 projects done. Thirdly, I'm just gonna have a drink of my tea. Are you guys drinking some tea? I'm always drinking tea. So this one is rosehip and ginger. Yum. Okay, this little guy. I'm gonna tell you a story. So my youngest, Hazel, my youngest daughter, she took her beloved bear and I want to say beloved, but it was the bear I was given when I was born. So it was this pink bear in the shape of this one here. Made of polyester, filled with polyester filling, but that bear was in my cot with me, or in my bed with me since I was born. And unfortunately, as we were waiting to enter an excursion we were going on, Hazel left my bear in a tree. And we went back later and we couldn't find it anywhere. She left her bear as well. And her bear, which was a poo bear with buttons all over it, because it's a tapping bear, she left that one as well, but it was picked up and taken into the centre nearby, and she got it back, which was great. But that sadness of losing that bear was real, and Hazel felt it too. She still, after years, still got upset about this bear. And I'd cast on a replacement bear, and just hadn't finished it. And there's so much joy in having finished this project and making something that I guess me now, as an adult and a wise person and a person who loves natural things, this is what I would have chosen for myself when I was a baby. So this little bear, it's not perfect, but this bear is made of wool. So I held two strands of single ply wool, and I've stuffed it with our alpaca fleece. So yeah, it's very cute. So this one is called Ted Bear on Ravelry, and it is also a free pattern, and it was just as close as I could get to the design of the bear that I lost, which had these sticky outy arms, and the legs were quite similar to this, I believe, or maybe the legs were just flat. But anyway, I love the feet on this. I love that so much. and it knitted up beautifully. Here is, in the pattern, it looks like this sort of pokes out a bit more and is more, but I haven't seemed to achieve that, or whether I've, yeah, I know. I've probably overstuffed it, but I always plan to overstuff toys, because they always end up going floopy, especially for little kids. And I've made some dinosaurs and the first of those rabbits that I made for my kids back when I was pregnant with Hazel, so almost 9 years ago now. Their little necks are very floppy, so I make sure I overstuff so that when you do, if you do wash it and with wear and play, with them playing with the items, it lasts better. It holds up. You don't have to have the whole battle of trying to restuff it. So that's my childhood bear reincarnated. Okay. Oh, you're falling down there. I'm gonna pop you up here. There we go. Goes nicely with the beautiful zinnias that I managed to dry quite a few years ago. Pretty. All right. The last project that I finished this week is this cowl. Now this cowl is loosely using a free pattern of mine, and I've linked it below, called the Lines Cowl and Hat. And I made this one, you would have seen in last week's video, I'd made this completely and I unpicked it all the way and put more stitches on because it was too tight, and I want to wear this. I'm probably going to end up sharing it with Hazel because she really loves it, and she liked the tightness of the other one, but it was too tight to get over my head, and it doesn't really go with this sweater, but it sits so nicely. So I used Not Another Hat yarn. Lani, she repurposes yarn from sweaters and dyes them, and the colours in these two yarns that I've held together are just absolutely gorgeous. I love the sort of apricots and pinks, and then the purples and greys. I've got some more of this single ply yarn left over from it. I've actually got another skein as well, so I'll show you that one. Here's another one. So here we go. This is Lani's logo, Not Another Hat. I've linked her below. She's in Melbourne, and I got these a while ago. I just love all the colours in this. It's just gorgeous. I think I will be adding this into, and the other one into, a sweater. It's great to use a variegated yarn with a solid yarn, and then you just get all the colours like this one. Well, the other yarn that I used in this one was a slightly variegated with the apricots and pinks. Yeah, so I cast on more stitches than I would normally for this pattern. I cast on 120 stitches, and I just do 5 rows of the knit and 1 row of purl and repeat. And yeah, I love it. I don't know how Hazel feels about it yet, but we're gonna share it. If she doesn't like it, then bonus for me, because I love it. I absolutely love this yarn. And I'm going to enjoy wearing this one. It's just beautiful. So, my half finished, which still needs to have its threads sewn in. Samuel wanted some fingerless mitts, so I actually, these are a little bit tight on me, but I'll pop one on. Oh no, they're pretty good. So I've made one. I've just done a 1x1 rib all the way. I cast on 34 stitches, and then I just went back and forth rather than in the round for the thumb, to make the thumb hole, and then just joined in again to create the thumb hole. Samuel actually tried this on and he likes wearing it this way with this folded down like that. So I'm gonna see, I've got this much yarn and I've knit, oops, I've knit that much of the second one. So if I have extra, I'm going to undo here and knit down a bit further, but we'll see. So I will link down below what I've knit this in. It is the softest, beautiful, local yarn, but for the love of me, I didn't make notes on this one, and I can't think what the name is. Also, I will link my projects Ravelry page for you to see all my notes that I make. I'm pretty good with making notes on Ravelry because I like to repeat projects, but I will also put the needle size that I use and the yarn that I use below. So those of you that can't access Ravelry, please contact me, and I'm happy to tell you anything that I mention here if I forget to put it down below. So what I want to work on next week. So I'm going to finish off the mitts. I need to sew up this weekend. I need to sew up 2 pairs of shorts for Samuel because it's his birthday on Tuesday. So the mitts and the shorts, and a very special gift which I'm not going to mention here because he could be standing on the other side of that door there and I don't want him to hear. So I'm sewing up something it's an Anne Wood pattern, I'll tell you that. So I'm excited about that one. I have made one item which I will show you. Hold on. My chair's falling apart. I need to fix it. I love this chair. Okay. I made this little guy. This is a free pattern also, so I will link it below. And I tried to do, on the back here you can see it's a little bit muddled. I tried to do patches and I tried to work in the second colour slowly and gradually, so do like knit 2 stitches with the darker colour and then 5, but it didn't meld together very well, but that's okay. I think doing stripes, I've seen lots of these with the stripes all the way through, and I think that's quite effective. You could even do stripes up to the head and then do the head one colour. Or what I did think was, because I was trying to replicate one of our cats in this, our cat Alfie, who's white and grey, not grey, light grey and grey, but I was trying to replicate him, and what I thought I could have done was just go over stitch over, you know, over and replicate the knit stitches after knitting it. But so you could also do that if you wanted to do patches, which was what I was trying to do. So that's that little guy. I need to make sure I put that in the top secret birthday place in my studio. So I've also been working on lots of sewing. I've been working on loads of hankies for my business and needle books as well. Yeah, it's really busy, and to make for my work and make for pleasure, it's really enjoyable. Both, you know, it's really enjoyable to do both, but it can be taxing on my hands. I've recently discovered that I probably need to get some splints, but since I've been sleeping with my hands open so everything can heal itself, I really haven't had much of a problem. And I just give a massage into these sections here and they're pretty good. I mean, I can go for weeks without any pain now. I think I was sleeping with my fists like this, and when you do that, your body can't heal these areas because you're cutting off almost like cutting off the circulation, I guess. So I don't, that might help you in some way or form, but I just thought I'd share that keeping your hands open is really important for the hands to be able to heal. That's what my physio said anyway. And it seems to be working for me, so brilliant. But you can also get splints, and because I do a lot of ironing of the hankies, I can get very sore in here, and I can get tennis elbow from ironing. Yeah, so I just got to be aware of that and do my exercises and massaging, and I seem to be on top of it, so it's great. So yeah, been doing lots of hankies and needle books, and thoroughly going through slowly, but thoroughly enjoying the Slow Craft Festival that started on the 1st of October and runs for this month. It's amazing listening to the conversations, and I just have so many thoughts going through my head, and I love the I guess the psychology behind why we make and what drives us to make what we're passionate about, and all the other complexities of, I guess, the negative sides of making and the guilt and things like that rise for me. And it's very interesting to just hear people talk and be like, yeah, making is so awesome. It's so good. I love it. So what I'm going to be working on the next week. So I will be working, and I will also be finishing off all of the presents for Samuel. I also want to finish, okay, so a dear friend of mine, really loved my Soldotna crop and wanted to knit one for herself, but she's not an advanced knitter. She's beautiful at knitting in the round and very even work, but she didn't know where to begin with colour work. So I said that I would do the colour work for her. So here is the sweater that I've done the colour work up here, and she's gone and done the body in the round, and then I joined on for the first sleeve, and now she's done enough to get onto the colour work. So I'd really like to do the colour work on the sleeve and get that done, so then I can pick up the second sleeve and she can just knit until this length, so that then it's ready for me to do the second sleeve. So I'd like to get that done for her, and then so hopefully she'll wear it next winter. It's been, I mean, it's not all on me because she took, you know, she took a while to knit the body. She's not of the type that is obsessed like me and needs to knit every day. So I'll link the yarn below because I'm not sure what yarn, but I know that she got it from Zago Knits in Castlemaine. It's gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. So I want to work on that, and I also want to work on a beanie for Samuel's little friend, which I think we'll knit up really quickly because it's a 12-ply yarn and he just wants a simple beanie. So I need to get that done because he keeps asking me, can you make me a beanie? And I keep saying, yes, I'll make a beanie. And yeah, so I need to do that. I love this Moons mug. It's one of my favorites. I'm a big mug tea person. And right, so, and the last two things I want to try and finish are two more rabbits, which I haven't completely knitted all of it. I did find another stash of hand-dyed yarn because I used like an orange yarn that a yarn that I dyed with gum leaves, and it's sort of orangey tints, orangey browns, and I wasn't sure if I had any more, but I found some. Not all of it's in the same weight yarn, so yeah, I'll have to see. Just use scraps and make up another scrappy rabbit, and then I've got a grey one that I want to finish too. Not for anyone or anything in particular, just wanting to, they're just easy to, quick to knit up and then finish off. So yeah. Oh, and just remembered, so after this I'm going to be heading into my garden because it is such a gorgeous day out there. And you would have seen some footage before earlier showing you some of my garden. I have we have a meandering fruit tree and flower herb garden in the front of our house, and then at the back of the house we have the more straight lined veggie garden, and I've started a flower garden out there too. So when I say I'm going to spend time in my garden, the veggie garden and the flower garden, that is all me. Plus a few helpers here and there who come to visit when they can. But it's mainly me out there weeding, raising seeds and planting, and I love that space. The kids sometimes they help, which is nice, but it is a space for me to have peace and reflect, and often be listening to some music or listening to podcasts, and it's just, I can hear somebody blowing their nose out there. It's really distracting. Yeah, it's just a beautiful space to be in, and I can't wait for it to flower. I am going to be out there picking flowers every morning and picking veggies every morning. We're already seeing the amount of vegetables I need to buy at the shops are decreasing. Last summer, autumn, I didn't buy anything at the shops for 3 months, and that was amazing. I don't strive to do that all year round. It would be it'd be quite impossible at this stage of our growing, and particularly because the climate here is very cool. But when we have space to store the apples that we grow and the pears, I won't have to go out and buy fruit as much. I do love bananas, and I don't think we'll ever be able to grow bananas here, but never say never. There are cool bananas that grow in Melbourne, but here it is, we'd have to like build a glass house and have bananas in there. It would have to be a glass barn. Not gonna happen, really, not gonna happen. Yeah, so I got a delivery of dahlias from 2 different growers, and also some new seeds. So I'm looking forward to planting these out in my pots later today. I'll link below where I got these from. Sam is on Instagram, and I just love watching her grow. It's Wild Violet Flower Farm. I just love watching her grow her flowers, and was really delighted to get some of her tubers and seeds. So I've already potted up my trays with seed raising soil, composted soil, and I look forward to planting them out. I'm so excited this year. I'm so excited for my garden and flowers and that. I was leaping around the house the other day. That's me. I'm a bit of a spontaneous leaper and singer, and I was just singing, I love my garden, I love my garden. Yeah, it brings me so much joy, so much joy. And on that note, I would like to finish up with some things that I'm grateful for. And please, I'd love to hear what you're grateful for right now, whether it's small or big. I just think it's a nice way to finish off or start a day. So today, you may hear me rambling on about this often, but we live off grid here. So we rely on the wood fire oven to heat our water most of the year, and then in summer we can do it with the solar because there's enough sun. So yeah, we rely on the wood fire oven to heat it most days. And the last few mornings, the water has been lukewarm and cold and not nice. But this morning I had the hottest shower. It was so good. It was so good. So I'm very grateful for hot showers. As simple as that. And the sunshine today. Sunshine is amazing, and the clouds they're just gorgeous. They're just telling me that it's going to be blue skies ahead. So that's what I'm grateful for this morning. Just 2 small things, but quite large really. Having a hot shower to start your day. It gets me in a good mood. I know I'd probably get used to cold showers if I had it every morning, but I like a hot shower. Especially on cold mornings. I don't mind it being lukewarm in the summer. That's refreshing. Yeah, so tell me below what you're grateful for, and please let me know how you're going with your projects. I know someone's mentioned that I should run a knit along for this challenge, but I think I'm just going to, you can knit along with me and try and finish your projects as well. But at this time, like being in my 2nd episode of of a YouTube podcast, I kind of feel like it's a bit much to go and do a knit along. So I think at the end of me completing my projects, I'm going to get those who have been watching along the way and knitting along the way and trying to finish your projects as well. I'd love for you to comment on that last video that I do, and I will explain this in that video. But when you comment there, you'll go into the draw, and then I'll randomly choose a couple of people on that video and give you a prize or make you something. And on that, cheers. See you later, guys. Take care.